Okay, you guys, this is the finished product of my journal with me in 5 minutes or less. Of course, I had to do a lot of cheaterization and speed it up because there's no way I could do that in less than 5 minutes, but you know, we'll keep it kosher. There are a couple of things that I really do want to discuss as quickly as I can, as far as a recap, my spin on things, on what happened in Ecclesiastes chapters 1 through 3. If you don't know, they don't say, but just going by, you know, what we've read so far, obviously the sourpuss or the really depressing tone, the voice of that person is Solomon. And I'm believing this was King Solomon in his latter day range, when he had done everything that he wanted to do. And, you know, he had asked God, you know, early on, he could have anything he wanted. You know, he pleased God so much, and God said, you know, whatever you ask me for, I'll give it to you. And surprisingly, he didn't ask for riches and all of that stuff that most humans would ask for. He asked for wisdom. And it was a beautiful thing, and God was just so taken back and just like, yes, you know, I'll give you that. And there's no one that has been as wise as he was. So in all of this, when he got old, he started to think a whole lot. And he's like, you know what, I'm a really smart guy, I'm a really wise guy, but I can't wrap my head around, you know, the purpose of life. You know, he's kind of like, it's kind of like a game that you can't win at. Like, and he's like really, in the first, like I said, the very first tone of Ecclesiastes, he's really sounds depressing. And he's really just trying to hit home on the importance of, or the lack of importance of, what we do in life. And in the first chapter, he's talking about just the vanity of it all, and you know, how to get around that. And you know, then he goes into, you know, what we would call YOLO, you know, live your, you know, for those that you don't know, you only live once. So, you know, live your best life, as you're hearing a lot of right now, which is garbage. But, you know, and I say garbage because we're not called to live our best life now. Are you supposed to live like a horrible life? No. You know, God doesn't want you to live a horrible life. Of course not. But your best life? No, that's for heaven. I mean, did Jesus come down here and live his best life? No. Are we supposed to pick up our cross and follow him? Yes. Are we going to be treated the way that he was treated? Yes. I mean, that pretty much knocks the live your best life, you know, right out of the park, but neither here nor there. We can stick a pin in that one. But basically, he's like, you know what? I'm going to see what's up. You know, I'm going to live like everyone else. I'm going to live like the commoners. You know, I'm going to work really hard. And he's like, you know what? Did all this work, and at the end of the day, you know, when I die, I'm not going to reap the fruits of this labor. Somebody that didn't deserve it, didn't work for it, is going to just come and just take over everything that I've worked so hard for. So what's the purpose? You know, I can't take it with me when I die. And he's like, oh, well, you know, I'm just going to pleasure myself. You know, I'm not going to deny myself anything. I'm going to get everything I want. So he went and he got all of the riches, you know, all the gold he could stand, all of the women, anything he desired. He did not deny himself. And he was just like, you know what? I'm getting absolutely everything. I'm still so very unhappy. And it's because it's material things isn't something that can make you happy, you know. It's something of the spirit that only, you know, Jesus Christ can give you, you know, that can make you whole. And that's stuff that we go searching for, you know, for that emptiness. We, you know, equate love, you know, with sex. And we equate material things with, you know, importance and power, with respect, just completely backwards. So yeah. There's that. I think I'm already at 5 minutes. God, I really suck at this. So sorry. I'll wrap it up here. Basically, what this all reminded me of is like with our celebrities that we have now. Have you noticed that, you know, the more that they get, the more unhappy they are, you know, they start talking about how unhappy they are. And the more famous they become, the more secluded, because there's no privacy. You know, everyone's in your business. So basically everything that people are doing now, Solomon already did. And he already pretty much summed up the answer to everything. And I think that initially the synopsis that he came up with was pretty grim. So I'm looking forward to this getting a lot better. And I'll be getting with you guys for 4 through 6 next time. Thank you for journaling with me. If you see anything that I've written down here that I really didn't get to hone in on, leave me a comment if you want me to elaborate, if you can read my writing. One thing I did want to say though, he was really talking about knowledge versus wisdom. And the thing that came to mind with me was, you know, what is knowledge? So, you know, I had to really think about what knowledge was, and I'm referring here, you know, and then, you know, what is wisdom? And, you know, basically knowledge is facts. It's a factual thing. It's something that you can study, something that you can observe. You know, knowledge is a fact. And wisdom is a discernment of that knowledge. You know what I mean? The ability to judge. And the best way that I could put this into making it make sense in layman's terms is, knowledge is knowing that the Bible is the Word and that the Word is powerful. That's knowledge, right? But wisdom, or the discernment of it all, is knowing that the Bible is absolutely powerless if you don't read it, live it, and apply it. All right, so until next time, talk to you later, and thanks so much. Like, subscribe, and share.